Let's have a great day. Let's have a great day. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Together on three. One, two,
three.
three.
Together. Gotta run, gotta run, gotta run, gotta run.
DK, I'm going to you first. Take off, Adu. Take off. Here we go, Rue.
Good talk, Gabe. Good talk, Gabe. Talk, talk, talk. Away, 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 away. Good pass. Hey, let's go, let's go. Back, 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 back.
One weak side, one weak side. Stay solid. Okay, I'm good.
Somebody's got to stop the ball. Let's go. Talk that out.
I'm back. I got 1 quarter. I'm low. Jax, you low, Jax.
2 paint touches. 2 paint touches. Nice, DA. Nice, DA. Let's go, 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 go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nice, 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 Rue.
Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
Together.
Good work, fellas.
Good work.
All right, we've got a developing story here on NBA Today. Our Lakers reporter Dave McMenamin reported that Luka Doncic plans to play Tuesday in Phoenix against the Suns, a source told ESPN. It'll be Doncic's preseason debut. Lakers coach J.J. Redick said Doncic will play in 2 out of the Lakers' final 3 preseason games. So, Brian, Luka's playing tomorrow, but no reports on Wednesday's game against his former team. What do you expect from him this preseason?
Well, I don't know, but I would find it doubtful that he's going to play in the back-to-back, even though the Wednesday game against Dallas, which is on ESPN.
Would be nice. Would be nice.
They play finished Friday across the street against the Kings, so I think there's a decent chance the plan for Luka would be tomorrow and then Friday. Look, they need some offense. They need the offense to get going without LeBron, and so you know, the Lakers have the longest preseason of any team in the league. They play 6 games, so it's not that big of a deal that Luka doesn't play till now. But one of the things that we heard JJ say very clearly was he wanted championship shape. So Luka came back in good condition. Let's see the speed at which he plays with. Austin Reaves, I will say this, has had 2 excellent preseason games. He's played in 2. He scored 20 in both of them. He's looked very, very good. The Luka-Austin Reaves backcourt, even without LeBron James, could be very powerful to start the season.
I'm very intrigued and interested to see how DeAndre Ayton does this season. You know, in 2018, and Brian, correct me if I'm wrong, but nobody batted an eye when Ayton got picked over Luka.
I about nobody. I'll push back on that.
No, it sounds good now.
No,
but nobody that day really. Maybe a few.
It wasn't a controversial pick.
No. And so, you know, people are fascinated about who the next great center is, and he's shown flashes, but over the last 2 seasons, maybe in the last 3 seasons, he's digressed. Not scored, people questioned his effort, and wondered if he could ever be the guy that you expected him to be. Now, the spotlight that he's in is the same spotlight he was in when the Suns were in the finals. There's going to be somebody watching him every day. Putting on a Laker uniform is different. He's playing with LeBron. He's playing with Luka. I think that there's going to be tremendous pressure on Ayton to live up to what he could potentially do. And if he could, Ayton to live up what he could potentially do. And if he is that player, if he could rebound, if he could average 20, if he could do well in pick and rolls, he is the X factor that could potentially help the Lakers have a
lot of
ifs, I would imagine. I would agree. Now,
but
here's
possible.
Maybe.
It is possible.
We'll see.
I believe in him.
I'm glad somebody does. And JJ, I'm sure will, as we get into the season. Bobby, one thing that stuck out to me from that video we saw there was JJ telling the guys to communicate. Talk, talk, talk. You heard him say that. And that's on defense. We've had a lot of talk about offense here on this panel. What about the defense?
Well, their defense is going to keep them above water until LeBron gets back. That's the big thing that I'm going to pay attention to. We saw glimpses after the Luka trade of this team being a really good defensive team, certainly middle of the pack overall there. I'm concerned, where are they going to get the offense from? And that's why I say defense, defense, defense for this Lakers team to be above 500 when LeBron gets back, you know, sometime in the next 3 to 4 weeks.
So, without, let's say LeBron, you know, he's not going to play to start the season, but we don't know how long he'll be out. You know, this West is hard. It's not forgiving, Brian. So you cannot afford to come out slow out of the gates if you're anybody, let alone the Lakers.
The difference between the Lakers being the 3 seed and being in the play-in last year was 2 games. So keep that in mind when you have a bad 5 or 8 game stretch. The one thing I'll say about the Lakers, They're a lot healthier now than they were a year ago. I know that LeBron is not going to start the season healthy. Jared Vanderbilt is back and much bigger impact defensively that he can bring.
Looked good in the preseason game against the Warriors the other night.
And Gabe Vincent, who was out a bunch early last season. Gabe Vincent's had a couple of really good games. And look, let's see Luka with this more slimmed down figure. Let's see how he defends. I have low expectations there. I think you ask him to dominate on the offensive end. You ask him to be passable on defense. But, you know, in theory, he should be more agile defensively.
Yeah, look, I think there's no question that that's something. And here's the other thing I think. If this is going to be Luka's team here moving forward, right? And it is kind of now, right? I also feel like he could work on his leadership too, right? Being more vocal. He's a lead by example guy. At some point, you got to take the reins.
Things off the court, like taking the guys.
Right, the Porsche thing, that's a good start.
I hadn't heard any of that in Dallas.
Right.
So that's huge.